Okay, USA Track and Field Team, Ample Sports Track and Field Team. We're talking about the indoor hammer or the weighted throw. And I want to emphasize, even though I've already emphasized it before, but the weighted throw and the hammer are pretty much the same thing. So the footwork on one gets you the footwork on the other. But we're going to talk about preseason, the last part of preseason for the weighted throw with some video understanding. Okay. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to, okay. Notice on his wind-up throws over the head, building momentum, how much extension he's getting with those straight arms. His whole focus is to keep that extension out there. The lean back is to keep the extension of those arms. Coming around, speeding up, and then releasing. The extension of the arms, even though we've talked about it, of course, that's what you need to do. You have to see it is the key to distance next to the speed. But the extension of the arms can be mastered before the speed. So you can at least do that in your practice earlier. The sensation that you need to pull in for safety is a false evidence that appears real, fear. You've got to let that extension out. You've got to practice like that. So even if you just take a kettlebell and you just practice the extension, you're not practicing throwing it. You're practicing getting the feeling of keeping the arm straight. Because the more you get that, the further it will go. This shortens up the throw. So extension is the key in your practice. With the extension, the follow through, the proper follow through kind of comes automatic. Okay. Okay. Hold on. That's the hammer. Okay. So, as I said, the hammer and the hammer and the weighted throw pretty much the same. See, in the comparison to this, we'll see this indoor hammer. Very familiar sight. From one to the next. Okay, see the arms are straight. Straight, 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 then out there.
Yeah, they look identical.
Let's look at it again. Okay, good. Getting the swing going.
And here he goes.
Straight arm from the start. Okay, so practicing okay. Watch the footwork. On the toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Let's see it again. See, practice nice and slow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and slow. Toe, heel. Toe, heel. Okay, so the drills that you want to practice are without thinking about your footwork, the straight arms. Neuromuscular training of the straight arms. Walk around the house with straight arms, doing this. Just straight arms, straight arms. Then separate from that, you don't have to have the straight arms, it's practicing the footwork. You need to practice it on with socks on a slick floor, or put your throwing shoes on that are flat so you can actually spin. You can't really spin in running shoes like this. And then practice that heel toe, nice and slow. And then we'll bring them together when we get towards the season, right up near the season, and then boom, you'll be ready for the season. Practice those and you're good to go.